this phone fell into water. So what I observed that the phone, as it fell into the water, it has dried. So the person could not bring it early. And the difference is whenever your phone enters into water and you allow it to dry to stay like 1, 2, 3 days, the liquid, that is the water that the phone fell into, would have dried within the panel. And when it dry within the panel, it will have issue on the phone. That's why it's very advisable whenever your phone enters into water, you should be able to take it immediately for repairs. Don't just put it into the bag of rice. Like this one now, I'm trying to disconnect it to know what I can do on the phone. But what I've observed on the phone is that the screen is not displaying. So whenever phone enters into water and you could not service it immediately, take it for service within that few minutes, what it does is that it will affect the screen. And when it affects the screen, the phone will not be able to display again. So like what I observed now, the screen is not able to display because it has stayed more than 2 days. So I've checked the battery, I've confirmed through the screen. So I found out that it cannot display again. The screen cannot display. What you need to do on this phone now to make it work is to service the phone panel, then be able to change another screen completely so that everything will now work out in a normal way. But whenever your phone falls into water immediately, so you're supposed to be able to take it to repairs immediately so that it will not give it issue on the screen. So that's what I'm trying to be able to fix up. The screen is now having issue because the water has dried within the phone panel. So you need to heat up the phone, then fix a new screen on it. So the person is now spending more because why? The person could not bring it for repairs immediately. If the person had brought it for repairs immediately, what could have not have cost much on the person, what he would have done is to do was to just service the phone, then I use my heater and dry it up before we begin to work. But now the panel has been affected, so I will need to soak it in what? In solvent. So to allow it to soak so that the water that is within the foam panel will be able to dry. Then I will now heat it up. So when I now heat it, before I can now service it and buy a new screen. Mind you that if a phone fall into water immediately, then you don't service it, fix another screen, it will surely affect it. So this is the motherboard of the phone. This is the phone panel or motherboard. Then this is the phone itself. So what I'll need to do is to remove the screen and fix another screen into this phone so that everything will work so perfect so that it will not have issue. Because if you don't service this panel, then fix a new screen, the screen will have lines. So it's always good whenever you find out that you have not been able to service the panel and immediately the phone fell into water, try and soak it into a solvent, something like spirit that can be able to dissolve. Then after that, use a reward station and hit it, then fix a new screen. It will not worry. But if you just immediately take the phone without cleaning and servicing the panel, then you now fix a new screen. The new screen you fix on the phone will surely develop lines. So that is why it's always good whenever your phone fall into water, take it to a phone engineer. Then they'll be able to use screwdriver like this. Then close the phone, service the panel, then make everything to work perfectly. But if you don't do all these things, it will affect the phone. And when it affect the phone, you not only be spending on the servicing, you need to change screen. Like this battery now, I've checked the battery is in order, but the main screen like this has been damaged. So this screen now need to be changed for it to be able to work better again. The person is spending more now. Why? Because there was a delay in fixing up the phone. So whenever your phone enters into water, it's very important you try as much as possible and service it so that it will not affect the screen and also kill the motherboard, which is the phone panel. So this panel now is at risk because the person failed to bring it for a repair immediately. Thank you very much. So whenever your phone fall into water, try as much as possible to give it to a phone engineer to service it for you, dry it with heater so that the water in the phone will evaporate. But now the water has dried in the phone because the person have left it for a longer time before bringing it for service. What I observe now that the screen is completely damaged. So I need to fix a new screen on this phone. Then trying as much as possible to clean up the phone panel so that whenever I fix the screen, it will not affect it as well. Because if I don't work on this panel very well, it will affect the phone. Then it will now begin to generate lines. That's a waste of money. So that is how you must do the right thing at the right time. Whenever your phone fall into water, make sure you service it so that it will not give issue. Thank you very much. Please follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, and other of my pages. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.